Hi again, everybody. We're back. Here we are on Enjoy English School. I'm Bruce.
I'm Antony.
Today is our closed test for this month. That, of course, is the test where there's a sentence with a blank in it, some word or words are missing, and we give you 4 choices to consider which word or phrase will complete the meaning of the sentence.
没错，今天我们又到了大家熟悉的克漏字单元了。我们今天的主题呢叫做 Dream On。Dream On， 中文那个标题你看到哇，我吓一跳。他说想要长保健康，做梦。好，听到的时候以为是说哈，你不可能的，你做梦，但不是，他是要你去做梦。
Dream on. Most scientists agree that sleep is important for our health.The quality of our sleep is just as important as how many hours of good sleep we get. The role of dreaming, on the other hand, is less clear. When we sleep, our mind cycles through different stages. Dreams mostly occur in the final stage, rapid eye movement, Rem Sleep. Scientists have found that Rem sleep is an important part of our sleep cycle.In one study, scientists tried waking up mice during REM sleep. They found that after these mice went back to sleep, they went into rebound REM sleep. This seems to try to make up for the time lost when they were woken up. Other studies show that dreams help us deal with things going on in our daily lives.When something particularly bad happens to us, it can be difficult to control our emotions. Dreaming after such events helps process our emotions and reduces our negative feelings. Others believe that dreams are a sort of practice for real life. Whatever the reasons for dreaming are, we know that it is very important to get enough
sleep.Okay, let's take a look at our first sentence of the first paragraph first. Most scientists agree that sleep is important for our health. Well, we hear that all our lives. Our parents, teachers, even friends will remind us if we spend too much time with those toys that people use today, or watching TV, or reading all night long, this will affect your health.Yeah,
所以我们看第一句，好，第一句话他说 Most scientists agree that 多数的这些科学家都会同意这件事情 Sleep is important for our health 好，对我们的健康来说，睡眠是很重要的。然后刚刚老师提到说，很多人他们可能因为玩那个游戏，我在猜应该是电动玩具 toys， 就是那个 computers 或是看节目啊，或是追剧啊等等，就忽略掉了睡眠这件事情。
The quality of our sleep is just as important as how many hours of good sleep we get. This is an important idea. Not everybody realizes this. You might sleep for 10 hours, but you don't sleep deeply. You don't sleep quietly. You sleep a couple of hours and then you get up and maybe have a drink of water. Then you go back to sleep. You get up again.Or you fall asleep watching television with all that noise coming from the TV. That's not good quality sleep. So if you have fewer hours, maybe just 7 or 8 hours of good sleep, that's enough. That's better than 10 hours of bad quality sleep.
所以说睡眠品质很重要。老师刚刚特别提到说，如果今天你是看电视看到睡着，在睡的时候呢，还有电视那些噪音一直过来，你就算睡了10个小时，醒来总觉得好像没有睡饱。但如果说今天你有好的睡眠品质，可能7、8小时就够了。那在这边的话，我们这句话说 The quality of our sleep is just as important as how many hours of good sleep we get. 好，所以在这里的话提到说，睡眠品质就跟什么一样重要呢？我们睡多久是一样重要的。
Okay, we finish the first paragraph with this sentence, and this is also our first close item. The role of dreaming blank is less clear. Well, we just learned that the amount of good quality sleep is what's really important. And here, the role of dreaming There's a difference between sleeping and dreaming. So now we will focus the rest of this lesson on dreaming. The role of dreaming. How dreaming will affect our health, blank, is less clear. It's not so clear as how much. In the previous sentence, we talked about how long we sleep and its quality. Just sleep. Now we're going to focus on dreaming. That's different. So what should we choose here? A, for example. B, for the same reason. C, on average. Or D, on the other hand. Well, we're talking about something different now, and maybe even something that is the opposite of what we just learned. And the D choice, on the other hand, is almost like saying but. It is something that's going to be different and maybe exactly different. So the role of dreaming, on the other hand, is less clear.
没错，所以这边的话，我们可以看得出来，前面2句话都在讲到睡眠很重要，睡眠品质很重要。但是第3句话就说了 the role of dreaming 他突然把这个话题转到了另外一个面向，就是做梦这件事。前面我们都知道的很重要，但是做梦呢，然后怎么样？他说 is less clear， 就不是很清楚它的功能是什么。所以他今天从一个面向转到另一个面向的时候，有的时候甚至是互相这种抵触的一个概念，或是呈现一种对比的时候，我们会选 D 这个选项 on the other hand。
Okay, now for our second paragraph. When we sleep, our mind cycles through different stages. Cycle is something that goes around, starts someplace, goes out or around, and then back. Now, these cycles, though, we're talking about are in times. There are periods of time when something happens and then it doesn't happen, then it happens again, then it doesn't happen, and so on.
所以在这边的话，我们看第2段第1句话，他说 When we sleep， 当我们在睡觉的时候呢 ，our mind cycles through different stages。在这个地方特别注意一下，老师刚刚提到说 cycle 这个字是循环的意思。这个地方我们看到的 our mind cycles through 这个地方 cycle 是当动词使用，后面我们还有机会看到当名词使用的用法，待会我们碰到的时候我会特别跟各位讲。所以这句话讲说，当我们睡觉的时候，我们的心思呢，它会经历几个不同的阶段。
All right. Dreams mostly blank in the final stage, rapid eye movement, REM, R-E-M, REM sleep. Notice after stage we have a colon, these two periods, one on top of the other. This is called a colon, C-O-L-O-N, and we use this, excuse me, when we want to bring something to a conclusion or to point out exactly what we have been talking about. So let's look at the whole sentence. Dreams mostly blank in the final stage, and that stage is this REM stage. Well, what would they mostly do? Dreams mostly blank. We're looking for a verb here. Our best choice would be occur. Since we're talking about time in a cycle of time, occur would be our best choice.
所以呢，我们来看这句话，他说 dreams mostly 什么 in the final stage。我们不是提到说有经历很多阶段吗？在这边的话，我们选的答案是 B occur。occur 的意思就是发生的意思，那就是变成是说，今天你发现到说有4个阶段，如果说好几个阶段，那做梦这个阶段往往是发生在最后，也就是我们讲的快速动眼期。好，这个地方他提到的 rapid eye movement， 然后简称 REM， 也就是这3个字的字首。好，就是 Rem Sleep， 好，就是指快速动眼期的意思。所以这个地方 B 这个选项要特别注意的事情是 occur 重音发音在后面 occur。如果今天碰到这个字的过去式的时候，你要特别记得它要重复字尾 R 再加 ED。
Continuing, scientists have found that REM sleep is an important part of our sleep cycle. Scientists study a lot of things, including even how people sleep, when we dream, how we dream, what we dream, and so on. The sleep cycle we just learned in the previous sentence, in the sentence before, it will occur and then not, and then occur again and then not.
Yeah， 所以在这边的话呢，他讲说 ，scientists have found that， 好，科学家已经发现这件事情了。Rem sleep is an important part of our sleep cycle。在这里的话，我们又碰到了这个字 cycle， 这个地方我们就是当名词来使用 ，sleep cycle 就是指的睡眠的循环。然后就提到说，科学家发现这件事情是这个快速动眼期是我们睡眠循环里面非常重要的一环。
Talking about scientists, well, of course, now we're going to talk about their research or studies. In one study, scientists tried waking up mice during REM sleep. Mice also have REM sleep.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
所以接下来还告诉你在一项研究当中呢，科学家呢也试着在老鼠睡觉做梦做到那个快速动眼期的时候，把它们戳醒，然后把它们叫醒，这样好残忍啊！
And what happened? The scientists, they found that after these mice went back to sleep, they woke up, they were woken up, and then they went back to sleep. They went into rebound REM sleep. Now, the marks here are to show that this is a special term. We don't usually talk about REM sleep anyway. Rebound REM sleep means to go back to your original condition.
Yeah， 没错。所以这边的话，他就说了，如果他们这样子把它在动眼期的时候把这些老鼠叫醒的话呢 ，they 就是指这些科学家发现了。After these mice went back to sleep， 然后把他们吵醒了之后，他们再去睡的时候，they went into rebound REM sleep， 他们继续会进入到这个快速动眼期的状况，把剩下的可能梦继续做完吧，它会出现这样的现象。
This seems to try to blank the time lost when they were woken up. I just used woken, wake, woke, woken, the three principal parts of the verb. This means their little experiment with sleeping mice, waking them up to see what would happen. This seems to try to blank the time lost. Now we have keep up with the time lost, run out of the time lost, make up for the time lost, or hang out with the time lost. Now, if you go back to something, it seems you didn't finish it. And so our best choice definitely is make up for. 补, you try to get back to an original situation.
没错 ，make up for 就是补足的意思。刚刚没有做完的梦，好像要把它补足。所以在这个地方说 ，this seems to try to make up for the time lost when they're woken up。老师刚刚特别提到了 wake, woke, woken 的三态变化，这种感觉，这句话其实就很像是你在做梦做到一半的时候被闹钟吵醒了，突然之间那时候你觉得超级想睡觉，那个时候就是希望说赶快回去睡的时候，他会继续把剩下没有跑完的眼动期把它跑完。这种概念，这样的经验其实大家都有。
Okay, so there's one study, and we've learned something about mice. Let's take a short break, and when we come back, we'll learn more about that. Okay, welcome back. Now, I just mentioned before the break that we're going to take a look. We looked at one study, one piece of research by the scientists. Now we're going to look at another one. Other studies show that dreams help us deal with things going on in our daily lives. This suggests, the research shows or suggests, that dreams have a purpose. Sometimes they seem completely crazy. What was that about? They can frighten us, or they can make us feel tender and warm and happy. Well, where do they come from? The scientists found that many dreams have a point. There's a reason you dreamed that.
老师刚刚用到一个非常重要的字 purpose。Purpose 就是目的的意思 ，Purpose， 好，重音在前面，就是目的。那这边他第一句话讲说了 ，Other studies show that， 好，其他的研究呢指出了 dreams help us deal with things going on in our daily lives。好，它其实做梦，它其实可以帮助我们去面对、去处理、去应对生活当中 in our daily lives 大大小小的许多发生的事情。
Continuing.When something blank bad happens to us, it can be difficult to control our emotions. Of course, emotions are our feelings. If something bad happens to us, well, That's clear. But we have the word missing. It must be an adverb to give us a sense of how bad something is. Particularly bad, correctly bad, successfully bad, tenderly bad. Well, the last three, B, C, and D, are all positive. They're all good meanings. With bad doesn't seem to work, but with A, particularly means especially. So that will match. It means very, but especially means exactly, or here's the best example of something.
没错。所以在这里的话，他说 when something bad happens to us， 在这个 bad 前面要插进一个东西，它必须要跟 bad 能够搭配。那在这边的话 A 这个选项 particularly 就是特别 especially 特别糟的事情发生的时候 it can be difficult to control our emotions。 碰到这种情况的时候，其实对我们控制、去平衡、调节我们的这种情绪是很难的。这时候梦就可以发挥它的功用了。
Dreaming after such events helps process our emotions and reduces our blank. So here's the purpose of the dreams, according to the scientists. These events are these very strong dreams. If they're really bad, we call them nightmares. N-I-G-H-T, night, you know. Mare, M-A-R-E, mare is a horse. And the idea is, like you're riding a horse at night, it can be exciting, it can be dangerous. That's what nightmare means. If our emotions are in our dreams, that may help us reduce or decrease our, what? Huge debts? I wish. Serious wounds? Well, we're not injured by dreaming. That doesn't mean. High spirits? Oh, that means you're very, very happy. Well, what's good about reducing that? So, of course, the best answer is left with D, negative feelings. That's what we want to reduce, and that's what dreams help us do.
Yeah， 没错，所以他告诉你说了，他说 dreaming after such events， 他这边讲的 such events 就是那些 particularly bad things， 对不对？好，这些这种事情 helps process our emotions。好，就是能够帮助我们去 process 去处理沉淀我们的这种情绪 emotions and reduces our 这边老师刚刚就提到了 reduces our 这边答案选的是 D negative feelings 能够降低我们负面的感受。也许白天你被那个老师骂了，或是被你的上司骂了，晚上的时候做梦的时候你就把上司揍了一顿，哎，心里也舒服多了，那种感觉。
Not this teacher.
Not this one.
Next sentence. Others believe, this is other researchers believe, that dreams are a sort of practice for real life, that somehow our brains and our whole being, we realize the dreams will kind of act out something which we haven't or maybe have done in real life, so we can review it or maybe prepare for it.
所以在这个地方，你看这句话，老师刚刚用了一个很重要的词叫 act out。act out 就是指把它演出来。所以在这边他这句话讲说others believe that 其他人呢则相信什么 ？Dreams are a sort of practice for real life， 它能够有助于帮助我们去把日常生活东西演练一下。可能说明天有一个面试，你晚上就梦到你在面试，然后先演练一下明天要发生的事情，或是今天做了什么事情不太对，下次在梦里头去想象一下，如果怎么样做会更好。那种感觉就是很像是sort of practice for real life.
Whatever the reasons for dreaming are, we know that it is very important to get enough sleep. This suggests that we don't really know exactly why we dream, maybe how we dream we know, but there's still some room for research here, and it's not the sort of thing where you can put it in your hand and inspect it. So it's really hard to deal with dreams, even for scientists. Still, we do know getting enough good sleep is very important for our physical, mental, and emotional health.
Yeah， 所以最后呢，他就提到说了 ，whatever the reasons for dreaming are， 好，不管我们做梦的理由，它到底有什么样的 purpose， 还记得那个字吗？好，we know that it is very important， 我们知道什么是很重要呢 to get enough sleep。好，就想办法让自己睡得够，这件事是非常非常重要。至于做梦的道理啦，还有做梦的这个功能对我们有什么帮助啊等等，还有很多很多的空间。老师刚刚用到了一个词 ，there is still room for research， 就是指还有很多研究的空间等待我们去发现。
Well, that finishes our text. Let's take a short break and we're going to review some important words from today's lesson. Our first review word is benefit, which can be used as a verb or a noun. As a noun, a benefit is anything that is good for you, that is positive.
benefit 这个词就是非常正面的，好，就是好处、益处的意思。
We already talked about number 2, cycle. It can be a noun or a verb, and something that goes around and comes back is a cycle.
就是循环的意思，可以当动词，也可以当名词来使用。
Well, 3 is very easy, so we can do it very quickly because rapid means quick or fast.
没错，就是很快的意思。
And number 4, emotion, as I said earlier, that's a feeling.
Yeah, emotion 就是情绪，哈，它是个名词。
Okay, that's it for today's lesson. Now get a good night's sleep and join us later this month. Until then,
bye bye.